What's up, YouTube? So I just wanted to come and show you the deranged lunacy of some of these men's rights activists on YouTube. I just had to come and show you. I am dealing with a black man that apparently came from a crazy environment. And when he looked, this is what sucks about being a black person. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what sucks about being black is that black people look at you and they assume that they know you. They assume that you are it's like I don't even think it really like his issues that this guy has nothing to do with the fact that he's black, but more so the fact that he came from obviously a very dysfunctional background, and he seems to think and blame his mother for the fact that he thinks that his life would have been perfect, if his father was around. So therefore he looks at families where, there isn't a father around, and he thinks, oh, you're just so imperfect. But you know what's so stupid about it? And I'm going to read the comments that he left, and you can tell that this person is obviously not working with a full deck. Okay? You are a dumbass. You are a fool if you think that the only requirement to raising a child is to have two parents. If you think that, you're dumb. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. And I think that you men, this is what I think. I think that you men, I think that you need to think twice before you leave these ridiculous messages to women on YouTube. You need to really seriously think twice before you do that, because it is extremely insensitive and it is very triggering. My ex tried to kill my daughter. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that? He tried to murder her. There are women out there who have damn near been killed by these men, who the man has basically ran them off the road with the kids in the car. There are children out there that I mean, there are children out there that fathers basically just beat the shit out of them, just damn near killed them, raped them. You know what I'm saying? And for you to go around YouTube and harass people that are vlogging and to say, let me just say let me just show you what this guy said to me. Now, obviously, if you are somebody that is able to make a valid judgment about somebody and not base it upon their marital status or anything like that, anybody that's not half stupid or blind can see that I obviously love my children. I obviously love all children, and I do a damn good job taking care of my babies. Okay? I don't care what you people think about the vlogs that I make, because you people would love for me to be off of YouTube. You don't want me to be on YouTube just based upon the fact that I'm a woman, just based upon the fact that I'm single, just based upon the fact that I'm a black woman. It's a lot of you who have bigoted attitudes towards me. You'll leave me messages like, get the fuck off of YouTube, get the fuck off of YouTube. It's like, why don't you just get the fuck off of my channel? So what you do is you make all of these ridiculous statements to me. Let me tell you what this dude said. I already did a blubbering idiot alert on him, but I just wanted to come back because he's still sending me messages. And I did block him. I thought that I banned him. I guess I'm going to have to do it again. This is what he said. Could you please send me about where you live at? He can't even talk. This is how ignorant he is. This guy has horrible grammar. He can't talk. You could see obviously it's something wrong with him. So he tells me, he says, could you please send me about where you live at? I would like to know, and I hope you do not intend to get pregnant anymore. It's obvious your hate, or at least your utter resentment of those kids. Could you tell me how many fathers do the kids have? Could you tell me the ages of your children? I hope you have no girls and no boys that you are raising to adulthood. I hope the children you speak of are dogs, cats, goldfishes, squirrels, or something other than human. It would be a shame for any other person on the planet to get involved with them. while you have been the principal guardian of those children. What? It will be a shame for any other person on the planet to get involved with them while you have been the principal guardian of those children. Have you always raised those kids by yourself, or did the state have them from time to time? I need to know more about you, about the medicines that you are either taking, should be taking again, and or the medicines and drugs you have or are abusing. Is there a video of yours that explains all there is to know about you and your upbringing and your day in, day out life? I need to see this in order to best know what it is I and the public is seeing, and those unfortunate enough to have to deal with you. Those poor men. Hopefully you only picked pieces of shit men that best reflect yourself, hopefully. What? Again, a crazy, deranged men's rights activist who obviously had a very, very poor upbringing. You know, it amazes me how, some of these people will come on YouTube and they're basically talking about themselves. What are you talking about? Medications, drugs, and then he's talking to me. It really sucks when you have another black person that assumes you are a certain type of way based upon the fact that you are a black person. You know what I'm saying? This is a black man stereotyping me. And he has no idea what's going on in my home. He has no idea how much I do to sacrifice for my children. And he's going to and then say that I have utter resentment of my kids. I would never resent my kids. Everything that I've done for my kids, I've done for them. Not to mention the fact, and I told him, I said, you're a psycho. I said, you are a complete psycho. And then I told him, you are being very insensitive because you don't know me. You don't know me. See, that's why you got to be careful about who you judge. And see, that's why I come on here and I talk to women and I tell them, do not let these stupid ass idiots get to you. Don't let them get in your head. And a lot of women are sensitive to that. You see them doing stupid shit all the time. Susan Smith drowning her kids in the lake because they don't want to be judged. Because look at the shit he's saying to me. Look at the shit. He's basically trying to crazy make me. It's what he's doing. And it's like if I were weak-minded like some of these women out here, I would sit up here and actually believe he's really like he's trying to crazy make me. It's insane. And then he wrote me again, and his messages are like 5 paragraphs long. He says, your children live in chaos and fear. No, they don't. Why would you? See, he's reflecting his own traumatic childhood onto me and trying to make it no, that's not everybody's life. Every black mother does not have the state raising their kids. Every black mother does not have their mama or the grandma raising their kids. Every black mother is not like that. Why do they try to make it seem like that when it comes to black women? And then he said, I hope you aren't raising actual human beings, but you seem like a breeder of unwanted and unloved children. Let me tell you something. My children are very wanted. They've always been wanted and they're very loved. But see, men like him, unless there is a man around to love those children, it doesn't matter. The love of a mother, which is the person that gave birth to them, the person that actually created them. See how backwards and confused a lot of these men are? Why would you think that my children are unloved and unwanted? And then he says, it's typical of black women like you to do such selfishness. You do owe me an explanation. I owe him an explanation. You owe it to everyone who has come across your path. Explain yourself. Why do you have those kids? See how confused people are? Look at the Bibles that you read. Look at the patriarchal society that's around. What did he say? Why do you have those kids? Why? You really have to ask me that question? Why do I have my own children? Are you fucking kidding me? Did he really just ask me that? To a man like this, children are illegitimate. They are nothing without a man there. They're nothing. It's ridiculous. And what does a man do if he lives here? What is he going to do? What is he going to do? What is he so concerned about it for? What is wrong with people? Then he says, why have I not provided an adequate father for any of those kids? Why didn't I do it? This is so insane. This is why black men are treated the way. You want to know why black men have no. This is the mind of a black man. Anybody normal, anybody with half a brain is going to say, why are you blaming this on her? Why don't you blame the fathers for the shit that they did? Why don't you blame my daughter's father for leaving her out on the porch when she was a newborn baby? And because why don't you blame him for that? I got my child. I took my child to his mother's house for his mother to babysitter, and he took my child and set her on the porch. I had to pick my child up. I couldn't even go to work, and he didn't want to work. He didn't want to have a job. He became extremely addicted to, he had a drug and alcohol addiction that he hid from me. I thought he just drank alcohol. I didn't know that he was actually smoking, what is that stuff? Sherm, PCP. I didn't know that. Then he says, do you even think about what's best for your kids? Yeah, all the time. My kids do have what's best for them. We live in an amazing neighborhood. My kids go to they're getting an amazing education. See how I'm going to say this to black men. I'm going to say this to y'all. This is why there are so many black women on YouTube speaking ill against y'all. This is why. Men like him. My ex tried to kill my daughter, so it's my fault. It's my fault that he tried to kill his own daughter for insurance money. That's my fault. Because you had a baby by the wrong man. Well, how the fuck was I supposed to know? See, and that's what that goes to show that this is a victim blaming mentality. Black men, a lot of y'all have a victim blaming mentality. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't said anything about why, he hasn't said anything like, well, where's the father? Can I talk to him? Like, he's asking me all these questions as if I'm not the one supporting my children. Then he says, like the want to have a strong male father or role model for your boys to emulate and for your daughters to see what respect for a woman or girl looks like. So what are women so let me ask you something then. What are women? Are we just shells? We don't have any kind of functioning qualities about ourselves. Every goddamn thing that you learn is going to come from your father. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Then he says, do you even have that as a small thought? No, I don't, actually. No, I don't. Explain your nonsense, please. Make it make sense to me. You are putting yourself out there as something significant for the world to see. You have to accept the criticism that comes with it. No, you're not criticizing me. You know what you're doing? You are making up shit. You're making up shit. You're just coming at me talking all this shit based upon the women that you know. Based upon bullshit. Based upon something that's not even real. You're trying to make me take responsibility for a man's action. I can only be responsible for my own actions, remember? But no, we have so many black men out there that they blame every damn thing else on everybody else. Every action that a black man takes, they blame it on women every damn time. And then this is the result that you get. You get some crazy ass psychotic person. Then he said, then he says you have to accept or be the fraud for those who close their eyes to you and take you as a cosmic joke. No, I'm not a cosmic joke. I find nothing funny about what I've seen and heard from you just now from the 3 videos I have seen of yours. Oh, so you saw 3 videos where I was beefing with another YouTuber and you base your opinion on me based upon that. What a fucking idiot. Then he says, 2, I have downloaded to send to authorities at some point and for me to do a video show on your behalf. If I don't get competent answers from you, that explains all of this. Maybe I am missing something. Yeah, you missing a lot. You missing a hell of a lot of screws in your head. And if you use any of my videos on your show, your shit will get flagged down. Because I'm not giving you permission to use any of my stuff in any of your stuff. And I mean it. Not even the audio or the video. And I know how to get the shit taken down quick too. Okay? Then he says, you're going to contact the authorities. Dude, fucking do it. Fucking do it. What you going to do? I want to turn this video over to authorities where this woman is saying and screaming and saying that children are worthy. I want to turn this over where she's taken up for children. She's saying that we shouldn't regard children as parasites. But I want to turn this over to the authorities because she's such a horrible person. Listen at what she's saying. You're a retard, dude. You're a retard. Seriously. And something is really, really wrong with you. You claim to be a psychologist. You know they say that psychologists are some of the most fucked up people. That's you. That's you. Then he says, wait a minute. Maybe but sadly there are many more women like you I have come across in my life. Lots of those women were black, obese, and confused mentally and sadly wish they were anything else but themselves in order to quiet the voices. What? What? Wow. Then he says, the doubt about oneself like you have. I don't have any doubts about myself. Are you kidding me? Are you like, seriously? This dude is psycho. And you know what, sadly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is why I don't date black men. This is why. Because the guys that I have been with and the guys that a lot of the women, the black women that I know, they are just as abusive as this person is. And they will literally try to drive you crazy. Black men like to crazy make. They do. They like to crazy make. And I imagine that men like him do this all the time on a regular basis, and I bet you money I'm picking up that this guy is a child rapist. I swear to you. I don't know why I'm picking that up about him, but I am. I'm picking this up about him. Then he says, you purposely want to destroy those same kids as punishment for the men you will say hurt you. Oh my God. Oh my God. I speak out against that very same thing. Then he says, as punishment for the men for your mother's pain and her life choices for your lack of father, I am probably right in saying that you weren't raised by your natural father and was told he was a piece of shit, and maybe he was, but this all came from your mother's mouth, and of course she wouldn't lie. You know what? Actually, my father wasn't a piece of shit, and I have a wonderful relationship with my father. See how stupid you sound? Do you see how stupid you sound? Seriously. You sound like a fucking idiot. My father is an amazing person. If anything, I had issues with my mom, but my upbringing has nothing to do with me as an adult because I'm an adult. And I took control of my own life. I don't care about what happened to me when I was a little kid. I'm a grown-ass woman. Why don't you do that? Then he says, for the myriad of reasons you deem so important that you have to take it out on your children, yourself, the men you have dealt with, and the friends you've had and the ones you do have. I do not wish anything bad for you. You may think I am being evil or angry or I hate you, but I don't. Dude, you are very hateful. You are very presumptuous, and you are very wrong. You need to stop fucking harassing people on the internet. Seriously. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay? I don't have hatred for my children. I talk about that all the time. That's one of the things that I talk about. Go look at my podcast, stupid. Go look at my podcast. And what's so sad about it is that the only reason why you are saying this is because you are a men's rights activist. When it comes to men's rights versus children's rights, you don't give a shit about children. All you care about is what you're doing. Is a father, a father, a father. You don't understand that some fathers are toxic to their children, stupid ass. You know what? I'm going to block you because you are really very hateful. You are really a very hateful and a very manipulative person. And you know what? You should never be around children, and you should never be around women, because I can only imagine the hatred that you would put out there against women and the shit that they've done. You said you're ultimately a person who will help me and my family with solid advice. I didn't ask for your advice. Oh my God. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? I think that it's the other way around, buddy. I think you need my advice. Anyway, I gotta go because you know what I've noticed that a lot of black people are acting like trolls on the internet. He's a goddamn troll. I can provide for those who want to help their kids and themselves. Why don't you worry about yourself and worry about why you look at black women and you assume all of these things about them as a parent? Please, please do that. There is something is wrong with your brain because you assume you like all of this shit. Like 99.9% of what you said about me was a lie, and it was a stereotype, and it's nothing but some lies perpetuated by a bunch of men who want control over women and children, and you don't have it and you never will because you can't even control yourself. And that's all that I got to say.